I anticipate that in the near future I'll be fist fighting quite a bit, so if you have a specific trainer for that, then that's the person you should stitch me together with. I don't know how you expect people, by the way, to patronize your business. I went to insane lengths to find out about this place. You're lucky you happen to be dealing with an individual of massive time on my hands, and if I'm gonna see something at all, then my seeing of it is going to be of the through variety. Capers! We're going on adventures. We've got a heist planned down at the flea market. There's a person over there selling used handbags. Me and my fiancé are gonna put on fake hats, stand nearby for a while, and when this individual gets distracted trying to convince the local ambulance it's time for his thumb medicine, we strike, like skillful bowlers. I haven't been caught. Ever. So this confession is probably a misstep, but I need a conjoined twin, and I need him today. There are no obstacles that I will accept. You could tell me that the surgeon is out of town. I will hand you a paperclip, a stapler, and a ream of electrical tape and tell you to figure it out. Because the folks, they're coming to my door with the full intent of knocking upon it, but doing so with a back and forth knock instead of just the casual wrist action knock. They're using the whole arm. My dog is gonna be upset. Doesn't like visitors. Told me so in an email last Friday. Dear owner, can we stop with all the company? Must we always have company? And I wrote back to my dog and said, dearest canine companion, whom I consider property, I renounce human socialization on your behalf. Dog's gonna have a bit of an adjustment period when I come walking in and I am twins now. And that's not socialization, though. I'm not gonna hang out with this twin. He's just gonna be there for a little bit. And then once the heat dies down and there are fewer people coming by, impacting the wood of my door with their fists so as to get my attention, and then possibly they know at this point. They've figured it out. The coded signal that you can send to the ream of electrical tape that I keep on hand at all times in case I need a twin burrowed into me by an amateur. Glassy-eyed ballerinas coming down from the staircase where they slept, telling everybody who passes by, "Aw, Black Swan's not that great. Inaccurate portrayal. Oh, Natalie Portman, gonna have her gums cut open by the dancing Illuminati, stuffed full of silly string, so that the next time she smooches, it'll come across as a prank. Some Novocaine, we won't even tell her we're doing it. It's not torture if you can't feel it. Then it's just a prank. Try explaining that at the Hague. They have all kinds of lie detection serums. They spray you down, it turns purple when you're fibbing." I got angry about a man with a math degree. I was trying to figure out the proper tip to leave for my walrus after I had a lovely time at the aquarium. Yeah, the fish were all right, but this walrus is really the one who brought the experience together for me. I'm standing there counting on my fingers, eventually just break out the calculator, start punching in the numbers. Mathematician behind me snickers under his breath. I throw the calculator up his teeth. Now he can't chew without calculating. It aggravates his family. They're like, can't you leave work at the office? And he says, I need a doctor. Violence has been inflicted upon me because of my social indiscretion, and I totally deserved it, and it is not wish fulfillment on the part of my assailant that I currently believe this. And his daughter starts crying and runs into her bedroom, and then tickles her posters for a while. And the posters are coochie coochie coo. They tickle back because they're a hallucination in the mind of this demented teen. The high schools tried to figure it out. They tricked her into taking a psych class, hoping she would have an epiphany one day where they would be studying a disease of the mind. She would go, this sounds familiar. What was this? What was this? Was this in A Beautiful Mind? No, that can't be it. Was it Ashita no Kyoku? No, I don't oh, wait, it's me. I need this specific brand of help. And then the school social worker can say, see, I figured it out. And if the child tries to take credit for her own diagnosis, they can be like, she's crazy. She doesn't know what she's saying. Mathematician can't be forced to deal with this stuff. It's a lot of pressure, especially when this already frail psyche has to cope with you accidentally solving cosines in the middle of your mac and cheese. It's annoying. It's a burden. It's a bastardization of your hopes and dreams for the future, which are and always have been farcical and stupid. Obviously, no matter how you feel, even if you think I was right in that moment when I harmed you, as the stress of day-to-day life, your two front teeth, all I want for Christmas is you get your bitch-ass calculator out of my two front teeth, you're going to want revenge sooner or later. And the way that you knock on the door is totally non-standard. I have one of those camera things. Just pull out my phone, see you knocking. Why you knocking like that? Your shoulder doesn't have to factor into the movement. It's so aggressive. It irritates my fragile sensibilities. I get sad when you knock weird. Last time somebody upset me, they ended up with an altered smile. And presumably a weird trip to the dentist. Okay, have you been flossing? Oh, no, but I got a good reason. Dentist says there's no good reason. You should be flossing 24 hours a day. Otherwise, what are you gonna do with all that excess gum blood? We don't have leeches for sale at the pharmacy anymore. Even if we did, they were never too keen on living in mouths. Guy just says, you know what? Grab the mirror, grab the tooth pokey thingy, let's see if you can figure out what's gonna miss here, Doc. So Doc grabs the aforementioned implements, says open wide, guy opens wide, Doc starts getting flashbacks to AP Calc in senior year of high school, the red-headed bandana-wearing gym coach who got reassigned, because there had been cuts, seniority-based cuts. This guy had been doing the job since 1973. They had to keep him on, or the union would have come in with their brass tomatoes and shoved them inside of your earlobe saying, how's that feel? You feel good now? And you say, no, I feel awful. My earlobe hurts and I don't like this metal. They just punch you in your tomato and say, it's technically an alloy. And you, as the pain bursts through your head, even the other earlobe is burning with sympathy, saying, oh, my poor twin skin flap, why can't I get a tomato so I can shoulder some of this burden? And then the violence man says, you shut up now. You don't get to request how I hurt you. We'll get to you. But the tomato, when you put it beside something else, it stays a tomato. Okay? And when you attach a strong person to me, to punch this mathematician when he comes a-bad-a-knockin', I'm still me too. Later on, somebody can go in with the micrometer scissors and the anti-spray adhesive, but there's only so much I can handle on my own right now. My mouth can only open so wide, and there are only so many robotic hand parts that I can chew. I'm a taste tester for the factory. Sad people walking by outside, crying about a lost ham. Singers at the concert. The guitarist is ripping the solo. Guitarist's real good, doesn't have to focus on the solos. Focused on the singer saying, something's wrong with my buddy. I got a sad buddy. And then while the audience is cheering, Skippity hops over and whispers in the singer's ear, "What is amiss, dearest?" And the singer says, "Phantom ham!" And the confusion, its ripples spread throughout the audience. They didn't hear it, but they feel the mystery permeating the nightclub. In digestion, when you have the allergy, many a folk song has dealt with the issue of death at the hands of potatoes. It's the secret meaning of every Bob Dylan song. He's not trying to tell you to live with your freedom as the cudgel that beats down the societal norms around you. He's not trying to tell you that various political figures are suck-ass morons. He's trying to tell you watch out for potatoes. Before you give your baby its first potato, take just a small potato snipping and touch it to the baby's earlobe. And if half the baby curdles and sloughs off, that means it has the allergy. And it doesn't matter then if you snip me free from my new punch assistant, it's never going back the way it was. I will remain when all else has been subsumed into the gray nothing at the end of time. Go find another half-child and weld them together. And if you're the one who takes initiative, you get custody. The bakeries will give you one free muffin every time you walk so much as past the store on the other side of the street. They have a catapult for that.